So many wealthy people buy large amounts of life insurance when they clearly, or at least ostensibly, don't need it? The answer is simple. Wealthy people are usually pretty good at math. They've crunched the numbers and figured out that if they just make sure to hold on to their policy until they die, the rate of return on their premiums at death will be higher than any other safe, conservative investment they could make. In fact, it'll even beat many of their more risky investments without having to take the risk. To them, it's just another asset class. Let's face it, every investment advisor on the planet always recommends diversification. As we all know, that means not putting all your eggs in one basket. You might own some stocks, but not all one stock. And not just stocks, but some bonds too. Perhaps some real estate, precious metals, commodities, maybe even some cash. And if it's all done right, given enough time, theoretically, by diversifying, the returns should be steadier, and given enough time, all should be fine in the long run. But what if you die earlier than you plan to? No one expects that to happen, and we certainly don't like to think about it. But it happens to people every day. Time, then, is a key component to the success of any financial plan. Investments need time to grow. Your portfolio is probably diversified to protect against a whole raft of risks, many of which will never come to pass. For example, some of us own gold as a hedge against a currency devaluation, which may or may not happen. But remember, death too is a risk to your portfolio. and your plan for your family. But unlike the other risks, death is a certainty. Doesn't it make sense to diversify your portfolio against the possibility that you might die early? I call this time diversification. The fact is, if you die young, there's simply no asset class that'll even come close to outperforming a life insurance policy. And if you die when you're supposed to, right around your life expectancy, the rate of return is still right around 6% after tax. That's an 8 to 12% pre-tax equivalent depending on your tax bracket, which beats virtually every other safe investment on the planet. The best part is that unlike other types of financial instruments, life insurance doesn't need time to grow. I think you'll agree that not having life insurance is one of the dumbest things in the world you can do. If you don't have it, you're leaving the people you care about most open to a world of hurt. When you die, and yes, it can happen to any of us, I see it every week, how will your family get by? How will your spouse pay for the mortgage, food, utilities, health care, your kids' college tuition, etc.? Everyone needs life insurance. It's what people do when they care about their families.
After seeing the advertisement, Ben signed an insurance policy. He told Ellie, but no avail. Ben signed the insurance policy because he sees the value of all his needs. When they hit by accident, Ben never spent any single amount to pay his hospital bill.
Savings is the ultimate wealth builder that makes you a winner, 'cause savings saves families, grounded and protected with foundation, building up your savings, cash value, DB liquidity. Quick question, where do you store your cash? Where do you put your savings? Oh, yeah, the uprisers you say go. Emergencies and opportunities are the order of the day. Cash value's the way, and with it.
During their twilight, Ellie told Ben, "I should have listened to you, brother."
That makes you a winner, 'cause savings saves